Welcome back to Crystal Clear! I'm Vox, and throughout the years of being on this platform, making theories on what could happen in a show, you often tend to overthink and come up with other viable scenarios or have theories put upon one another. Today's a little bit of both. You see, it's kind of been a hot second since we've seen Homeworld, having the defunct Genpire shown at the beginning of the movie very briefly. Yet, we never really got the chance to explore what Era 3 means for Homeworld, and on top of that, while we did get a fair share of locations in Diamond Days, it still blows my mind that we never once had a moment of Steven just walking through the streets of Homeworld on the actual ground. We've seen the underground, but when he wasn't on the run from the diamonds, he was in locations reserved for the diamonds and elite gems. We never really got to see what lower ranking gems were up to, or even most of the elites. Now that we're in Era 3, I feel as if finally seeing the impact firsthand won't have as much weight unless we're able to get a decent look at all of Homeworld. More so elite gems, or those who used to hold that title, accepting gems regardless of status into their confines. So this, in conjunction with Steven's current arc, got me thinking. Steven's feeling mighty lonely and distant from his friends. He wants to help everyone even when they don't need it. Even when no issue is presented on a surface level, Steven will try to pry. I think a great example of this was Alone at Sea. Steven helping Lapis get refamiliar with water, despite no issues present beyond the offhand comment of Lapis and water taking a break, which was about 10 or more episodes prior. So, not only to make himself feel better, but as a kind gesture to gems throughout the galaxy, and opening the gates beyond gems, it occurred to me that if anything, a big event towards the climax of Future will be Steven throwing another celebration on Homeworld. I believe Steven is going to host another ball on Homeworld, the first proper ball of Era 3 if you may. But what will make this ball unique won't just be the inclusion of gems who were once considered lower ranking, but opening up the gates to organic life, i.e. Steven's human friends and family, allowing an enforcement of the bonds that bring together Steven's two worlds. And yeah, again, even if Steven wouldn't admit it, this would give him a chance for everybody to come together and spend time with one another, something that he needs right now. And if you ask me, all of the pieces would fit into place. The uncorrupted and reformed gems that attend Little Homeschool. I'm sure they would enjoy the chance to attend a ball and not be judged, but to be accepted and mingle with gems who previously may not have given them the time of day, or that they fell out of contact with after the Gem War, due to, you know, being turned into giant monsters. If Steven does have a falling out with the Crystal Gems as I speculated before, this ball could be used as a chance to reconnect with them. Steven nervous, wondering, are they gonna show up? What am I gonna say? And of course he would find comfort in their presence. We can finally see Peridot and Lapis potentially interact with more of their peers. We can get some fun interactions with the Diamonds, Pearl, Volleyball, and Spinel. Just imagine those three, Pearl, Volleyball, and Spinel interacting, having a laugh together. Sadie and Shep could perform at the ball, bringing some of the music from Earth to Homeworld. Not to mention Sour Cream could DJ afterwards. Or maybe there could even be a Sadie Killer and the Suspects reunion, performing for one night only on an entirely different planet. If the Zoomins and Rose Quartz has arrived, that could lead to what would either be a very humorous or very interesting interaction with Greg. Not to mention, Ronaldo finally getting the chance to be on Homeworld. Come on, even if you hate him, you gotta admit, that kinda writes itself. Lars and the Off-Color should be able to swing by. After all, if they're already in space and still using the Sun Incinerator, he would certainly get the message. And it would also be a great opportunity for Lars to have an encounter with Emerald, or to reveal, Lars and Emerald are actually pretty tight. He still has the Sun Incinerator for a reason. All of these characters would finally be together, and it'd be interesting if Steven tried to persuade Jasper into attending, regardless if that ends up being their first time interacting since Little Homeschool, or if he begins to frequently visit Jasper in order to evade the feeling of loneliness, or just as a location to vent his frustration. And I think Jasper returning to Homeworld, it'd be a big emotional move for her. One she would certainly be reluctant to. And I think it'd be powerful to have her there, especially if she ended up bumping into Lapis. But let's save that drama to speculate on other drama, because I'm sure, much like the first Era 3 ball, conflict would eventually arise. So allow me to go through some scenarios. Despite having everybody together and having a good time, Steven still has that aimless feeling eat at him. Everyone is together, but they don't have any problems. The only problem Steven has left to fix is Jasper's relationship with the Crystal Gems, but I think that's kind of a sensitive area, and one worth exploring in a different video. Regardless, Steven's complex emotions would still trigger his pink form, and chaos would ensue from there. This video has no sponsor, but I would like to plug the Roundtable Teespring, a place to get your hands on t-shirts, hoodies, and all sorts of goodies inspired by the animated series we cover right here on the channel. Some great designs include Cartoons Are Cool, Player Select, and OK Roundtable Let's Be Content Creators. But there's also a plethora of Steven Universe-inspired designs. The diamond shirts, such as Hello Starlight and I'm Just As Important As You, alongside Steamboat Spinelli, Bat Courts, Pink Lasagna, and Net Gang. That's just naming a few. Now, buying any of this merch is more than just putting money in our pockets. It directly supports the artist, and I really would like to use some of the funds for a super secret cartoon pitch that me and Nemo are cooking up. It'd be an animatic, nothing too crazy, but my biggest goal for 2020 is to put something out into the world that pertains to the idea of this cartoon. And if you use the code CRYSTAL, you can get 20% off your purchase until May 2020. Link to the Teespring in the description. Now back to your video. Alternatively, this would also be an optimal event for the emergence of Pink White Diamond. What's ever going on there, this could be the catalyst event for White Diamond being set off. I still believe it's going to arise from an argument with Steven, so perhaps conflicting views of the ball. Maybe White Diamond wants it one way, but Steven doesn't find that all too progressive, so he fights for the other way. Nerves are struck, feelings are hurt, and bodies turn pink. Perhaps his Era 3 ball would have some unwelcome guests, i.e. the likes of Bluebird Azorite, Mean Lapis Lazuli, and any other gems who have a bone to pick with Steven. After all, they would certainly be notified by the ball, and without any proper defense system besides everyone's innate abilities, everyone in attendance would be overpowered if any rebellion of any kind gets their hand on this now outlawed technology.
The diamonds no longer have authority, gem colonies are now free independent planets, gems must give up all weapons of war.
The diamonds aren't in control anymore. Who's gonna stop them? Especially if they end up being the first one taken out off guard. And if Jasper actually is in attendance, I could see that either leading to, as I speculated before, Jasper and Steven fusing, Steven picking up traces of corruption as a result, but hey, we'd get a great battle out of it. Or, after being rejected by Lapis in the Crystal Gems, Mean Lapis extends her hand out to Jasper, and next thing you know, Jasper, not so quietly rubbed the wrong way, would once again be a prominent force against Steven. Or, with everyone together, if this is inserted at the climax of the series, this ball could see the emergence of corrupted Steven, whether if it is from a fusion or from a different method we haven't even considered, because the Cruniverse is the one in control, and something we didn't even know existed could become a major plot device at any given moment. Case in point, the Rejuvenator. I know on paper, the climax of both Steven Universe series being a Homeworld ball that goes wrong seems kind of uninspired, but I think with the added context of how much Homeworld has changed and how much Steven has changed, they would both give their own unique viewing experiences. And again, just the idea of getting scenes surrounded by the ball, of humans exploring Homeworld and just seeing more of Homeworld, I'd take that any day of the week. But as always, these are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours. What do you think? Do you think it's likely Steven can throw another ball to bring everyone together? Why or why not? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at RoundtableVids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at OstricVox. We're also on Instagram. Special thanks to JANKYBONES for creating an awesome thumbnail. For more of their amazing art, you can find them on Tumblr at JANKYBONES, Twitter and Instagram at BoneJanky, and subscribe to their YouTube channel. Link in the description. Help that type of girl by either becoming a member of this channel or supporting us over at Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please sort of like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. OstricVox, signing out.